So, okay, we see the Syndra ban, see Lucian ban. Those have been standard.
Game 5, Dave. We're here. I didn't think we'd get here, but we're in Worlds 2020 quarterfinals. We have a chance to see Fnatic be able to upset the top seed LPL team in top esports.
Yep.
Thank you for joining me. And this was impromptu. I just woke up and Fnatic was up 2-1. I was like, holy crap! This is amazing. We might see history right here.
And it's history regardless of which team wins. Because if Fnatic wins, it'll be the first European victory over an LPL team. If Top Esports wins, it'll be the first ever reverse sweep in World's history.
Oh, great. That's a great little factoid. Awesome. And here we're seeing the Lulu being taken out. It's been a popular pick. It's been a lot of the pros are playing her in top lane. You're looking in the Plat Plus top lane win rates. Lulu's been at the top recently.
And there goes the Graves ban.
Very smart because Fnatic self-made played a really strong game on the Graves. Almost carried that. He had 190 farm in 20 minutes.
And he was playing him very well in earlier games as well. Oof. So, and there's the Senna lock for Reckless.
So this is the takeaway, right? Because Top played the Senna last game. In game 4.
That's right. Now. Yeah, they give it to Jackie Love. And are they doing it again?
Top had a lot of success with that Scion. We were talking about it last game. I'd really like to see them take it again. Yep. He was tanking way more than the opposing Ornn was.
Oh, and there's Jackie Love with the Israel pick. They're reprising his pick from game 3, and he went off.
Nice. Looking forward to it then. Let's see, do they pick the support? Do they pick the jungle?
Uh-oh.
And Karsa with his famous Lee Sin, arguably the best Lee Sin player in the world. He's picking it up for game 5. When it really matters, they're going for comfort. That's what Top is drafting. And Dave, you can't often fault teams for doing that.
No, you can't. And it's the same draft that they were doing for game 3. They had Jackie Love on the Ezreal. They had Karsa on the Lee Sin. There's the Rakan. Rakan for Hylissang. That's a good pick.
Playmaker. Can be able to roam, make plays mid, go with his jungler.
And that's a very Hylissang thing.
Yep. Let's see. Do they take the Ornn here? What do they do?
They take the Twisted Fate.
They're going to take that pick for mid lane and Nemesis before the next ban phase comes out, and they're going to guarantee that side lane pressure.
So what are they doing? They're cycling through. Is this going to be the Nocturne pick from Knight? Oh, they lock in the Silas.
Yep, and you already have a high-quality ult in that Twisted Fate to steal.
Yeah. And now they ban the Kindred. So that's pretty much all the top flight junglers getting, except for I think they pinched the Nidalee off too. Top will probably ban Nidalee, and make Selfmade dive deep into his pool. Oh no, Yumi.
Go with the support bans.
A Camille ban, interesting.
You wouldn't think they'd be worried about Whippo playing the top lane Camille, but they're not going to chance it.
And that they're going to chance it. It makes me wonder what Fnatic's going to ban here. Oh, they get rid of the Scion. They're done seeing him.
I'm just thinking I might have liked to see the Scion pick instead of that Silas, but they decided to take the solo lane instead.
All right, well, because Twisted Fate was already picked, so they decided to match lanes.
Yeah.
And now they're going to pick Yanja, and now they're going to give 369 the counter pick.
normally he's been playing a lot of tanks. So let's see if he decides to play a carry here in the final game. If you're going to give him last pick, that might be what he decides to do. The team doesn't have any tanks. I mean, Leona and you have Lee Sin that can partially. So they would be playing a little bit of a fairly high damage comp if they do go carry top. But you're definitely not going to want to play a tank against Gangplank. That kind of makes the decision for them.
So, do you think we're going to see the Jace?
I think we could see a Jax. I think that we could see something that can win this side lane and split push pretty hard, which Jace would be able to do as well.
Wow. Uh-oh.
So if they do that, it's just going to be crazy scaling in the top lane, and they're going to lock that in. So you're not going to see a whole lot of action, I don't think, in the top lane. I think they're going to be left on their islands, and they're both going to be trying to stack those items and get in towards the late game. You're going to see a lot of this action in mid lane, in the bot lane. Really not a lot of reason to go in the top when you're against a Gangplank or a Vlad. I don't see it there.
But that bot lane 2v2 is going to get huge. I'm expecting a lot of visits to the bot lane, a lot of visits to the mid lane too, because TF has some good solid gank setup with his gold card, and then you have Gragas body slam, and then it's going to see if they can burst Silas down before you can start healing.
And then we haven't mentioned it yet, but Gragas being picked up in the jungle. Classic pick, but we don't see him get a whole lot of play in the recent season here in season 10. A lot of players choosing other junglers.
Yeah, when you're thinking AP junglers, you see a lot more picks like Evelynn or Nidalee.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. Don't even see the Elise too much anymore.
No, it's the other AP jungler that's come out a couple times in Worlds so far is Echo.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting
Pretty
stone sets.
Pretty standard there.
Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration secondary. Holy Lord!
Oh yeah, look at that. They got like their biscuits. Never leave home without them.
No. But that also makes me wonder how many people are packing approach velocity.
Could be Vlad.
Because I can see all of them doing it, because everybody on that team, everybody on top team has some sort of slow, or except for Jackie Love. Jackie Love also taking the cleanse, just like Reckless. So they're avoiding that crowd control because it is Legion.
Excellent point. More and more, you're seeing the 80 carries taking the cleanse, which means that you don't have to buy the Quicksilver Sash so fast.
And nobody on either team has one of those abilities that would require you to buy a QSS and not be able to be cleansed. There's no Malzahar here. There's no. Well, you don't see Warwick in professional play. Nobody with those high-powered suppresses.
Definitely on the Jackie Love side, you really love the cleanse because you have the gold card from TF as well as the knockup from Hillisang. So definitely going to be a lot of opportunities to use it. And I'm looking for the Leona here to be aggressive against the Rakan. It's the classic counter pick ever since Rakan's been released. And you're just able to out-CC and out-tank the squishier Rakan, who can do a little bit more in the mid and late game than Leona can, but just for that raw tankiness and that raw CC, Leona definitely stands leaps and bounds ahead.
Oh, yeah. And looks like Top's got the early shove bot lane.
Here we're going to see the first gank. We're going to see Karsa going to come up and around the side. Resonating strike
hits.
He's going to go for the first blood, and he gets it. Karsa.
Nicely done.
Woo! And so it begins. The first gank. One up, one down. What a way to start.
That's how you do. Nice barrel dodge there.
You saw Nemesis, he was playing on the right side of the lane. He was playing on that top side, knowing where the Lee Sin was. But really, in the end, it didn't matter. Once that resonating strike hit, even with the flash, still not able to get out. So Nemesis, without teleport and flash now in mid lane. Yes, he's running Spellbook, so that'll be a little bit mitigated. But this is the beginning of the game, so he's not going to have these summoners up for a good amount of time. And could look to see Karsa go back in the mid lane. But here we're seeing action on the bottom. We're seeing a 2v2, and Leona, look, just not taking any damage.
And Jackula would just getting the chance to just sit there and throw shots. So definitely trade in favor of Top Esports.
What are you calling for? Are you saying shot, 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 shot? Whoa, everybody! Is that what you were saying?
Pretty much.
Okay, I just had.
He was just standing there, just auto attacking and queuing, just chilling out. Like, I'm just going to stand here and take half of your health bars, and you're going to like it.
Now we're seeing a little bit lower health bar on the Ezreal, so not quite able to stand up. Does not want to get CS, so he's just going to farm in the back of the lane with his Q while he slowly regens that health.
All right, so both junglers are creeping around the bot side of the map, so they're probably going to clear the Krugs, clear the Gromp, and it's almost dragon time.
Right now, you're seeing the bot wave being pushed in here from top. So if any of the teams is going to have a little bit of agency on this first dragon, it is going to be this red side Top Esports. Let's see if they decide to go for the 5-minute or if they're going to move elsewhere.
And they probably are, because Nemesis was looking to back. But he's going to hold. Uh-oh.
Basically, this gives the dragon right over. As soon as you see Gragas move over to the other side of the jungle, he's giving up on this first dragon, and this is a conscious choice. He does not want to fight 1v1 against Lee Sin, even though you are both level 4. You both did your backs. You're not going to win that as Gragas. I play Gragas, and you don't like those early skirmishes, especially against an early game jungler like Lee Sin.
No, but he's looking for some fun, and oh my lord.
What? No pool? No flash? Really?
He got flash body slammed.
But you gotta preempt that a little bit. You gotta. The pool had to be down. First of all, there's no way that 369 had pool up and just didn't use it. He didn't do the flash. That was the thing.
Yeah. So Selfmade committed his flash for that.
A nice move on the opposite side of the map. You saw he gave up Dragon, the first Mountain Dragon going over to top, but made a play up there in the top side and really going to help out his Vlad get that early push and start to get those items. Look, he's already working on his first item, the Phoenix Codex, finished, and he's going to be sitting on some gold here.
One thing I've noticed is that for the Manamune builders, they're buying the pickaxe first over the crystal, over the tier lately.
It's just started to happen in Season 10. They like that early power in the lane.
And Jackie Love has managed to acquire that pickaxe along with most of the components of his tier.
But Reckless already has that tier built, so he's already starting to... he hasn't started stacking it yet. He just purchased it, but he's making his way back to lane.
Oh, this is about to get spicy.
We're seeing the support roams coming around the 7-minute mark. A little late compared to what we've seen earlier. But here, Karsa going to kick him right back into the team. But we're going to be met with Leona, who's going to be able to land out stun, following up with a Silas.
There goes Nemesis, and Hylissang needs to flash.
Knight picking up that kill. That's someone you don't want early kills on if you're Fnatic. And he's 1-0-1. Off to the races now. You got to like how top is starting this game.
So you have 1-0-1 for Karsa, 1-0-1 for Knight. And that gave an assist over to Yuyanja. Uh-oh.
So here Fnatic thinks they're the one that are setting up the play. But Karsa
Oh, that was filthy.
able to get the kick right back into his team, and Leona, because she's there, there's no way Fnatic's going to turn that.
He dropped the ward while he was doing his Q dash to the minion, and then safeguarded to the ward to get in the position for that kick.
Well, Dave, we can appreciate it. I can't do it, but we can appreciate it.
Right. I've tried to play Lee Sin, and I cannot do that to save my life.
A lot of people say that unless you're Diamond, generally you shouldn't be playing them. That's kind of the motto. There's often other junglers you can play, like that Warwick that you play. That's pretty strong. Pretty strong in all circumstances.
Yeah.
But when you're taking Lee Sin, you want to be making these early plays, and Karsa is using his champion wisely. Getting that early warrior.
Oh, and he ults for the cannon.
High-level CS numbers. That's how you get them, man. You don't just ult players, you ult minions.
And there goes... Oh, he's
on vision, though. Fnatic.
Yeah, he is. And
let's see. They're talking about it. Gragas moving back and forth, and he's
there's Yuyanja again, so they've got 3.
I'm looking right now to see, does Gragas have his ult? And he does, but he's going to die before he gets a chance to use it. Top, picking up the jungler right away, and not only that, they're going to get the Flash and the Rift Herald. This game is going from bad to worse here from Fnatic.
I don't think they expected Leona to be right there. If it was a 2v2, it looked like a good fight, but the Zenith Blade over the wall said, nope.
This is another great reason for picking Leona, is when you're having these early skirmishes around the map outside of bot lane, she is just aces. Whoa, that was so close. Almost interrupted. That was like a quarter second away. Karsa very fortunate to get out, having that empowered back. And we're going to get a replay here. There you were mentioning that Zenith Blade. Once that hit, it was pretty much lights out. No way you're getting out of that. Gragas not tanky at this point.
No, it went Zenith Blade right into Solar Flare. It's like, yeah, you're done. No questions asked.
Now Whippo is going to start to get a little bit feisty here with 369, and he can do that because he's pushed the wave. He's fighting in their minions.
He's also got his Sheen.
Yep, absolutely. Already almost done that call. Look at this timer there, folks. He's only got 23 stacks left at 11 minutes. That's really good.
Yes,
often in the games that I play, it goes to the 20-minute mark.
And that means that he bought that call on his first back. He didn't start with it.
Yeah, corrupting potion, first back call, next back Sheen. But 369 is not, unless there's a jungler that's going to come up here, you don't think that he's going to be picking a fight that he can't win. And he just seems content to farm it up, just having a slight CS lead in the top. Remember, these are both hyper-scaling champions in the top. They're both fine, waiting until later in the game.
Well, and plus now that 369 is level 9, he's got all the healing from a maxed Q, so he can just sustain and not care.
Self-made, going back towards the top, but just going to clear that ward. Going to hang and try. Don't like the tower dive against the Vlad, but hell, I didn't like that last gank, but it worked out beautifully.
Oh, that's actually pretty spicy.
She's going to go ahead and give some gold over to Knight. They're going to split
a lot of gold over tonight. Oh, and he stole the TF ult.
Yeah. Like we were talking about in Champ Select, high quality ult here, one of the best in the game to steal. What's better? Maybe Karthus's ult, the Requiem? There's not too many more high value ults that you could steal, and he's going to have some side pressure now. You're going to be able to maybe go towards this bot lane if Fnatic decides to contest, because look, top is setting up this play. They have this control bush warded. they have the Silas that can move around the map. They can 4-man this bottom in an instant, and Fnatic is not going to fall for it. I really like that play from Top. That was they didn't fall for it, Fnatic, but Top set it up though. You saw what they were doing.
Oh yeah, they had the death bush ready to go, saying, "Oh, you want to walk through here? Have a nice day." And of course, because they're sitting there, they're feeding all the tower plate gold to Jackie Love.
Yep, winning on multiple fronts. And wow, look at this.
So now,
This is a little more than 1,000 gold, but 2 early dragons. Once again, Ocean Soul. We're getting really lucky with these dragons in the quarterfinals so far. I was watching the Sunning JDG, and they had a number of Ocean Souls and Infernal that they were fighting over, making a big difference, especially in that game 4.
Oh, and
the 2-on-1. We already know how this is going to go, and Nemesis isn't going to like what's going to happen here. Once again, over tonight, 3-0-1. Hard.
Yeah, for Nemesis, his fate got twisted. All right.
Ooh, Shiza. Jackie Love being able to dodge the Gragas ult. Selfmade is going to have to hit those if he's going to have a chance to win. He's going to have to hit those ults. Gragas is
goodbye,
so skill shot dependent that if you're not playing perfectly, there's often better junglers for you to play. That's why he's very difficult to play. He doesn't get picked very often. If you're missing ults like that, he's not worth it. Don't pick him.
No. So Bwipo's winning his lane, but everything else is just going absolutely south for Fnatic right now. And here goes first tower over to Jackie Love.
Quickly followed by the second here from Knight, and they're really spreading around their resources how they want it.
Knight is absolutely popping off. He's 3-0-2.
With that early super soaker there, we're going to see the dive. 369 not taking any chances, flashing early this time. Bwipo going under the second tower to finish him off. There you see that sheen damage, and this was the play directly after that in mid lane, trying to get onto Jackie Love. And they do a good job getting him down. Ezreal very, very slippery, and frankly, Selfmade had this. The play was there. You know where to. Jackie Love stepped forward instead of going back towards the turret.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's going wrong. You see hands on the forehead here. They know what's going on probably better than we do. And they're trying to stabilize this game here, but Top just keeps accelerating. But there's Hylissang trying to use Rakan to his ability. He's going to get the double charm and the knock-up. Going to take out Jackie Love first, and they're going to have a chance to win this. All 5 members are here from Fnatic, and this is the long way forward. They got the 2 kills on to Jackie Love and to Yunjaja. How do you say that name? Yunyanja? Yunyanja? Yunyanja, yeah. They're collapsing, and they're going to say, no more. We are taking this game back. We're not going to be pushed over, and we're going to be taking this first Drake of ours, Ocean, and they're back. We're going to have a game here, Dave. This is not going to be a single-handed blowout. There's still some fight left in these Euros.
And then, Yuyanja missed his Zenith Blade on the Hylissang.
It's his first one I see him miss. He's been hitting the other ones pretty strong. He was going right on Reckless. He hit the Solar Flare, but Fnatic was able to get all their members here in the mid more quickly than Top was.
369 was way out of position. Because with the dragon about to spawn, he should have been closer, but... and we're going to have Rift Herald number 2.
369 desperately needs this goal at 0-2. Really struggling against the Gangplank so far. As we saw with that most recent replay a minute ago, Gangplank diving under the second turret to pick up the kill.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thinking about that camp, but doesn't want to go too deep. Still hasn't died yet. Same with Knight. Gotta like Top's chances if their jungle and their mid lane don't go down. They're probably not going to lose this game.
No, Karsa is playing right out of his mind right now.
Wow, he already got the hourglass. What? He's sitting on 2 items at this point?
Yeah, 2 items in 18 minutes? That's insane.
Yeah. Just so hard to take down.
And there's a lot of Merc treads being purchased here.
Yes, there is. I spot at least 3 on Fnatic's team.
Yep. 3 on Fnatic's. Everybody's either got Merc treads or they have Ionian shoes.
Guess they're the good cobblers in the Rift.
Oh, and he just stole Bwippo's ult. So you have Knight with a Gangplank ult.
He'll take it, you know.
Oh yeah. There is not a bad ult on Fnatic to steal.
Good point. Even the Gragas ult, once you start stacking the AP as Knight is doing, let's see what he goes for a 3rd item, whether it's the Death Cap or whether he goes for the Twin Shadows, or let's see what he decides. But when you're stacking AP as a mid laner and you steal that Gragas ult, you can one-shot carries with it. That's it. Like, you press R, they're done.
You're indeed correct. So it's a little over 2 minutes to the next dragon, but Baron's spawning in 40 seconds.
We've seen top be very fine with that trade. They'll take Baron over any dragon any day.
All right, so Reckless picked up his Ghost Blade. And both AD carries are stacking their Muramanas. Or Manamunes, forgive me. Muramana is what it becomes.
Because you've got to get the mana to turn it to the mana.
Yep. And we're seeing Yuyanja going for his Knight's Vow.
Pretty standard item on the Leona. Gives you armor, gives you health, gives you cooldown, gives you a good active.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
that could have been a...
But self-made
And
was right there.
There goes the ult out of Hillisang.
So that ult will most likely be down for this next dragon. It's pretty close to what the timer will be.
And Knight steals the blue buff.
Seeded Blade's going to hit this time. Solar Flare, way out of left field. Airball. Yanja might be feeling the pressure here. It's a couple of skills that he's been hitting the rest of this series, and earlier in this game was just coming out a little bit short. But Knight is the exact opposite. Everything he's touching, he's taking.
He's got 204 CS at 21 minutes.
Don't throw this term around a lot, but hero. Yeah, hero.
Yeah. All right, and there goes Knight's teleport. They're setting up for Drake. They're already there. Fnatic's late to the play.
369's got teleport. He's waiting back in base so he can have the speed after the channel. And you'd think that top would want to send someone bot lane to get that pushing, but they might not even need to.
They're just going to sneak the dragon and call it a day.
Yeah. Fnatic was pushing in that mid wave, but they're going to be a little bit late for this. Let's see. This is top engaging on the fight. Knight going right into the Whippo. Whippo's almost down, and there he finishes it off. Jackie Love.
Oh, and there goes the kill on Hillisang too. The Hemoplague got him. And they're going for Baron.
Fnatic is in a world of trouble if top's able to get this, and there's really no reason why not. It's a 5-on-3 at this point. Without some sort of crazy Gragas barrel, maybe from the outside. But
Yuyanja's running interference.
Yeah.
He's not going to get close. They're not even going to try.
No.
Which is actually the smart call.
It is. It is.
They're not going to win that 5v3. No way.
Top's been so good with Baron. We saw they only had one tower down when they got the last the Baron before, and they ended up winning the game off of it. And there, that was
Yeah,
Fnatic. Even though they knew the dragon was down, they were still around that river. And this is the play that I hate more than anything. Is you've already lost the objective. So are you going in there to like engage on the team fight? If you're doing that, then you have to want to do that. You have to know that you're going to win that team fight, because you're not fighting for anything anymore. You're just fighting for the kills. But no, they show up late to the dragon. Knight gets a perfect engage onto, I believe it was Whippo? I think it was Whippo.
It was on Whippo.
Yeah. And they knock Whippo down right when the fight first starts, and then immediately Fnatic's on the back foot and tries to run away, and they lose a Hylissang while they're retreating. So this is a pet peeve of mine, especially as a jungler. You often see that. Like, what are you fighting for? What is the reason?
Oh, and there goes a tower. So that's one inner tower, and that's the most important inner tower to take.
Here he goes. Alt's going to land this time. But Selfmade's going down. Going to have to go golden pretty deep. Just able to get out. And they're just looking to hold towers. And that might have bought them a little bit of time. So, yes, Fnatic is going to have to go back to base to heal for some of their members. But they delay the push.
But that's enough time for that inner bottom tower to drop.
Still a minute left on this Baron. Top's not done yet. Already 2 towers down, but here, Fnatic's going to go on. The 2 go down quickly.
And here comes 369.
And Knight.
He's coming hard. Oh my lord!
They do it again. They get 1 Baron, they finish games. It doesn't matter what the map state is. It doesn't matter what's going on. They were down in gold last game. They were down in dragons last game. They still finish. Here, they're up significantly, 8,000 gold. And they're playing with their food at this point. Karsa.
Oh my lord!
You see the smiles go across their faces. They know that they've taken it. They know they're moving on to the semifinals. And here to represent China, Top Esports, looking strong when it really matters. Game 5 over Fnatic. Still gotta give it to this Fnatic team.
Oh, now they're just styling. And there is the first ever reverse sweep at the Worlds Tournament.
And what a lovely thing to wake up for Saturday morning.
Ain't that the truth?
High quality League of Legends.
That was some quality games. All 5 games. There was not a bad game among them.
Just looking at this final game, if you were to give a player of the game, can you give it to anyone other than Knight? Maybe Karsa?
Maybe Karsa, but I'm leaning towards Knight myself.
Between those two, definitely. Well, I had to say, like, this has been the foreign team I've watched the most. This Top Esports team, their series against JDG in the LPL in both spring and summer finals are legendary. They were showing up in the Asian Cup there. They didn't have MSI, but they went up against the Korean teams. They looked well, looked strong, and you're going to have a lot of people think that they're not going to have much of a chance against Damwon because of their showing here. But let's see how they look in the semifinals before we write that final. Is there anything else that you see shaping out in the group that possibly Top's going to have to face?
Against Suning, that's going to be an interesting match. Because they're fundamentally different styles.
Yep.
Between how the LPL plays and the LCK plays.
Suning is coming out of the LPL, so these teams have faced each other.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking the wrong league. That's I apologize to any viewers.
But
blow up against the plexiglass.
You did see Suning already beat the number 2 seed. They're the number 3, so it's not too much of a stretch to think that they could take on the number 1. They're on cloud 9 right now.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Dave. And Game 5's in the books. We see Top Esport moving on, and Fnatic's got a lot to go back to Europe with. I think they're gonna have a lot of confidence going into next season, and who knows, maybe they can take down G2, win the league, get back on top.
That wouldn't surprise me, considering how well Fnatic played this game, this
Exactly.
series.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for having me.